with all the love that I see. When you smile back at me, when you smile back at me, I see from the corner of your eye the day that we will say goodbye. But nothing will take away what's between you and me. When you smile back at me, when you smile back at me, when you smile, when you smile, when you smile, I love you, my child.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Pleb. In today's story, Liberal Party MP Mark Gerretsen embarrasses himself yet again. This weekend on X, Mark Gerretsen puts out a poll that was so stupid and got ratioed so hard that it went viral. As well, tonight, Justin Trudeau walks through his hometown of Montreal, Canada, and gets absolutely blasted and heckled by Muslims. And in our last story, R.I.P. Matthew Perry, his greatest accomplishment may not be friends, it's that he beat up Trudeau in grade school. You won't want to miss tonight's story. Stick around. Today's episode has been brought to you by Beaver Bitcoin, Canada's best Bitcoin exchange. Do you guys want to know what I like the most about Bitcoin? It's that Justin Trudeau can't freeze my Bitcoin the way he freezes bank accounts. So if you want to protect yourself against authoritarian governments, not financial advice, but get yourself some Bitcoin over at beaverbitcoin.com. Link is in the description below. Thanks for sponsoring my channel. Let's start the report. Welcome to your Sunday report. We're going to have a fun story today because Mark Gerretsen went and embarrassed himself harder than I have ever seen him embarrass himself before on Twitter. But before we get to that, we're going to kick off tonight's story with Justin Trudeau. Now, many of you know there is nowhere Justin Trudeau can go these days in Canada where he does not get heckled and roasted. And Justin Trudeau was visiting Montreal this weekend, his hometown, and it was no exception because protesters heckled and roasted Justin Trudeau yet again. Watch this.
Shame on you! Shame on you! Shame on you! Since when Canada support genocide? Since when Canada support genocide? Explain to us, since when Canada support genocide?
Another warm welcome for Justin Trudeau.
Shame! Shame!
You guys notice something here? Justin Trudeau, when it's like freedom fighters that are heckling him, he usually gets up and waves, hey. He come in like he like instigates. He is not getting out of his, he's not even waving at the crowd today. Do you guys notice that? No wave, no obnoxious wave here.
Shame! Shame!
He's not needling them. He's not needling them. Why? Tell me in the comments, guys, why is Justin Trudeau not needling these protesters the way he needles people with Canada flags? Tell me in the comments down below. I did the wave. Everybody hates Justin Trudeau right now. Every race, religion, gender, they all seem to hate the guy. There is nowhere this guy can go without getting heckled. But can you guys tell me, honestly, every time that there's people with Canada flags or the F Trudeau flags that are waiting for him, heckling him as he gets into his SUV, he's always going there, hey, he waves to them. How come he did not wave to these pro-Palestine protesters? I'm honestly genuinely curious. Why do you think that is? Let me know in the comments down below why Trudeau didn't heckle or needle these people. In our next story, R.I.P. Matthew Perry, who passed away tragically yesterday. And many of you guys are going to remember Matthew Perry as Chandler from Friends. But I will always remember Matthew Perry in a different way. Matthew Perry was the guy who beat up Justin Trudeau in grade school. Don't believe me? Watch this clip where he talks about it.
I mean, you're a fellow Canadian. Will you consider yourself fully Canadian?
I'm sort of half.
Half
You're
Canadian.
half? Yeah.
Well, I'm half and half.
Well, perfect.
Between
Get over
us,
here.
we make a full American.
Yes, that's right.
And you, by the way, this is an interesting thing I learned about you. I did not know this. The Prime Minister, the current Prime Minister of Canada, Justin Trudeau, somebody you went to school with.
I did. I was a couple of years ahead of him.
Okay, how old were you at this time?
5th grade, so whatever age you are in 5th grade.
Okay, and do you remember, 10 probably, do
10?
you remember him around school?
I do. I have a story about him that I'm not proud of.
What? Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah.
I was reminded of this, my friend
You're not proud of, but we're proud of you.
Chris Murray, who was also in the 5th grade in Canada, reminded me that we actually beat up Justin Trudeau.
You beat him up?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. I don't know.
The two of you beat him up?
We both beat him up. And I think he was excelling in a sport that we weren't as... So it was pure jealousy.
I see.
And we beat him up.
And his dad was the Prime Minister of Canada?
His dad was the Prime Minister
at that
of Canada,
time,
but
right?
I don't think that's the reason we beat him up. I think he was the only kid in school that we could beat up.
Don't they have Secret Service there protecting the children of their Prime Ministers?
They didn't.
They didn't? No. Wow.
Wow, so wait a sec. When he says he was the only kid in school he could be, is he admitting that Justin Trudeau was like a weakling? He was the weak one in the schoolyard? He's the only one they could beat up. Interesting.
They're protecting the children of their Prime Ministers?
They didn't.
They didn't? No. Wow. Because that would never happen to Barron Trump. You'd be in the stockade right now. You'd be in...
It's true.
You'd be in Russia somewhere.
Yeah, it's true. But I'm not bragging about this. This is terrible. I was a stupid kid, and I didn't want to beat him up. In fact, I think at one point I tried to turn it into love play.
Well, he is a handsome guy.
Yeah, boy, is he ever.
Yeah.
But I think it was rather instrumental in him going to such great heights and becoming the Prime Minister.
You feel that way?
Yeah, I think it was, I think he said, I'm going to rise above this. And I'm going to become Prime Minister.
I'm going to destroy those two boys.
Yeah, exactly.
Perry and Murray, who
rose
beat
above
me.
both of us,
Yeah, wow, that's something else. That's really, do you ever have contact with him, and have you discussed this?
No, I feel shame. I don't want to think about it.
Man, this is the dude that beat up Justin Trudeau in grade school. Matthew Perry will greatly be missed. Rest in peace. But in this moment of Matthew Perry's passing, Justin Trudeau had to come out and, of course, make it about himself yet again. Watch this tweet here from Justin Trudeau. Justin Trudeau came out last night at 11:15 and tweeted this, and this tweet went absolutely viral. Matthew Perry's passing is shocking and saddening. I'll never forget the schoolyard games we used to play. The schoolyard games you used to play. We all know what those schoolyard games were. You were getting beat up, bro. But anyways, schoolyard games. Okay. And I know people around the world are never going to forget the joy he brought them. Thanks for all the laughs, Matthew. You were loved and you will be missed. Aren't you guys fed up of Trudeau doing this all the time? Taking a situation like Matthew Perry's passing and making it about himself? Absolutely disgusting. But don't worry, guys. When Trudeau puts out a tweet like that, talking about schoolyard games and the internet knows exactly what he's talking about, the comment section is going to be absolutely lit. And I took some of my favorite comments underneath that Trudeau tweet, and we're going to read them here because they are so bloody hilarious. Our first comment coming from my buddy Petrified COVID Parent saying, "Didn't he stuff you in a locker?" I mean, right? He beat up Trudeau. What about anti-taxer? Is anyone surprised Justin made this about him? Not me. He always does this. What did OG Horse Kisses have to say? Schoolyard games like pummeling you. What about Debbie? Didn't he beat you up in high school? This comment section is brutal. What about George here? I heard he laid a beating on you. What did Rachel say here? Thank you for fighting the urge to blame climate change for his death. Wow. That one was good. All right. And from Trudeau must go here, saying schoolyard games with Trudeau getting knocked in the cheek there. Oh, man. Hilarious. Or how about this one here from Aaron saying he proudly announced on television that he beat you up. He wasn't your friend. Don't act like he was. Wow, brutal. Or Eric James for our last comment here saying, Justin, not everything is about you. Another absolutely brutal comment section for Justin Trudeau. You love to see it. And one last thing here, I made this meme to celebrate Matthew Perry, to celebrate his memory. Many of you guys will remember him as Chandler for Friends, but for me, I'm always going to remember him as the guy that bullied Trudeau in grade school. Canada truly thanks you for your service, Matthew Perry. Rest in peace, King. Rest in peace. In our next story, nobody seems to be taking L's harder than Mark Gerretsen these days. With his riding now up for grabs, the room temp IQ MP from Kingston had a new genius plan. He was going to put out a poll on Twitter to prove that Pierre Poilievre is MAGA. And oh boy, did it ever backfire. Just look how stupid this poll is. Just look how dumb this is. Do you support Pierre Poilievre importing MAGA politics into Canada? Now, this poll had 1,300 votes on it, okay? 76-24. It's not an absolute blowout, and the sample size is actually small. But when I see a poll like that, I want to send a strong message to Mark Gerretsen, because for those who've been following me for a long time know the pleb loves nothing more than to take a liberal's poll and flip it around and completely ratio and embarrass them. And this time was no exception. Now, there was 1,300 votes in there, and we had 23 hours left to vote. And my plan was, I'm going to rally the troops on Twitter X like I always do in these situations. And I put out this tweet doing exactly that, telling people, it's time to ruin Mark Gerretsen's day. You know what to do. And after my call to action, it did not take long for the votes to start flowing in, as only a couple of hours later, this poll had almost 7,000 votes, and 88% of you voted yes. Thank you very much for helping me own Mark Gerretsen. After 7,000 votes and 88%, it was nowhere near done, as the internet started picking up on this and absolutely dying of laughter. And the comments started to pile in as people were picking up on this, absolutely enjoying this troll on Mark Gerretsen. Like Michelle L.A. saying here, this is the best thing today, he's getting destroyed. Or how about Chris? Chris came out and said, he's getting swamped. Hilarious. What did JT say? This didn't go the way he thought, LMAO. Or how about this one from Rob Price? This is gold. He's blocked me, so I didn't see it. Made my day, LOL. Now, that was 88% after 7,000 votes. But I have another update, because the pain was not over for Mark Gerretsen. Just look here at my tweet. It's getting worse for Mark Gerretsen. After 10,900 votes, you, the people, us, we managed to get this poll up to 90%. It just keeps getting worse for Gerretsen. And after another 3,000 votes, we're now at 13,000 votes. I just had to make a meme for Mark Gerretsen, because guess what? We reached 91% on Mark's poll after 13,155 votes. What do you guys think of this meme? Let me know down in the comments. But after that 13,000 votes, the left and the right, they fought, they voted, but the number finally settled. After 20,777 votes, 91% of you voted against Mark Gerretsen and handled him possibly one of the funniest ratios we have ever put on him on Twitter. Bravo, well done. And rumor has it, this is exactly how Mark Gerretsen looked when he saw the results of his poll, how it totally did not go his way. It's crazy how viral this went. Mark's stupid poll got retweeted 2,100 times. 2,100 times for a dumb troll poll like this. And look, this tweet now, this poll has 667,000 views. You guys helped blow this up. What an hilarious, amazing weekend. Now, after an embarrassing loss like this, an absolute epic ratio, Mark Gerretsen came to Twitter X to try to put his spin on this whole situation. Because according to Mark, this was a social experiment. Let's go see his tweet. Now, you just knew there was going to be a spin on this. We all called it. But look how he tweets this here. Social experiment complete. 2 identical polls, polar opposite results. I'm available in both silos. So here, Mark is putting the results from Threads, which nobody uses, absolute graveyard, Mark Zuckerberg's app. And it's 96% no on Threads, okay? And on Twitter, it's 91% yes. But here is what Mark forgot to include in his tweet. Now, this spin from Mark Gerretsen is absolutely hilarious, but what he did not include was the number of votes on Threads. Look at this, 293 votes on Thread versus 20,700 votes on Twitter. Quite a different sample size, Mark. So yes, an absolutely embarrassing weekend for Mark Gerretsen and a failed spin attempt. I call that an absolute victory. Well done, guys. Well done. In our last video, we're going to go out with a laugh here because I have another clip from Red Pill North of Justin Trudeau singing about all the things he doesn't like. And yes, it includes the pleb. You know it's going to be good.
Hitler, literally Hitler, literally Hitler. Everyone I don't like is literally Hitler. Let's have a look and see. You can't be a putty and a peppy porter. Better not concern parents, free speech and freedom convoy. Fresh red apples and straight people. White men, YouTubers, people who need meat. Yeah, everyone I don't like is literally Hitler. Everyone except for me. Everyone I hate is a literal Nazi, literal Nazi, literal Nazi. Everyone I hate is a literal Nazi. Let's have a look and see.
Oh man, the funniest thing is that it's actually accurate. That's how the left thinks. And this video is absolutely genius. Everyone go give Red Pill North a follow. Let's see if we can get him to 5,000 in a week. Let's go. All right, guys, let's wrap this up with a question as usual here to end off this video. Matthew Perry, rest in peace. How will you remember Matthew Perry? Will you remember him as Chandler from Friends? Or will you remember Matthew Perry as the guy who beat up Trudeau in grade 5? Let me know in the comments what you guys think. As usual, if you enjoy this type of content, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Definitely subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. My name is the Pleb. This is today's report, and I'll see you at the next one. Peace.